Hey guys, Richard here. Whew, look, it's another beautiful day. A little cool this morning though. It's going to warm up here shortly, I'm sure. Oh my goodness, so much going on. Look at that. Yeah, that's Amanda's project. In motion, dual motor scooter. Yeah, total of 1500 watts. Is that crazy or what? I don't know what the speed is on that thing, but that's Amanda's project she accepted, and that's her deal to put together and ride and review and all that jazz. I'm just been coordinating some stuff this morning, trying to get a few things ready. I gotta make a video or two this morning, and getting ready for a little ride tomorrow with just a couple of buddies. Rick and Joe and I are going out to kind of scout out an area. Check out a route that Joe, I think Joe's the one that found it. And so we're going to go do that tomorrow, so that'll be kind of fun. Haven't been out with those two for a little while yet. Yeah, got the, trying to rearrange here. Oh, there's Stanley. Stanley! You know, this character, he shows up. He's just all over the place. Amanda having a lot of fun moving him around and stuff. Tell you what, this was a really pleasant surprise right here. Got to ride this some more before I want to do the full review. I mean, I've talked about it quite a bit already, but I wanted to do some more with it. But that's the, maybe I should show you a little bit better. That's the Mokwheel MC350, and oh my goodness, if you didn't see that video that I put out, go check it out. I mean, who would have thought that a 350 watt front hub motor would have so much pep? But this thing's got a lot of pep. And I'm a bigger guy, and it carries me around just fine. So I see a problem there, though. These fenders gave Amanda a fit when she was putting this thing together. This one's fine. That one needs to be adjusted. This one is like, yeah, it's not even covering the tire real well, so it needs to be bent a little bit. But it's real tall right here on this side. I need to adjust the bracket, looks like. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, look at this. Mokwheel. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a review video soon on these three Mokwheel trikes. Yeah. Thinking about, I need to move some things over into storage soon, I guess. I've got, oh my gosh, no shipping information yet. No shipping information. But I've been talking to a couple of companies since late last week, and well, actually 4. And it sounds like we might have four new bikes coming in. Bikes, not trikes. 4 new bikes coming in. It's like, holy smokes, when's it going to slow down? I mean, I can always say no. But man, it's hard to say no when people want to offer you a free product like this so you can have fun checking it out and doing things with it. So, yeah, I'm just not at that point yet. I've been learning to say no about a few other things, though. I mean, people asking me to do things, needing me to do things, and, you know, expecting me to do things. And it's like, you know, I'm starting to tell people, no, sorry, I can't help you. There's only so much I can do and so much I can take on at any one time. I'm just trying to rearrange here just a little bit. I need to get this over. Doggone it. Actually, this needs to be over there where the rickshaw is so I can reach the charger a little bit better. Maybe I'll do that. So hey, I appreciate all the feedback I've been getting on the Himiway here. A lot of people in the last couple of videos jumped on and said, hey Richard, you know, you're doing it wrong. And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, as it turns out, I had no idea that riding that's not going to work. I had no idea that riding a mid-drive motor was so particular, and that you had to ride it a certain way. So it's like, oh, I have to relearn how to ride a bike all over again because, you know, in order to ride it correctly and to keep from tearing things up. And so quite a number of people actually pointed that out to me and said, and I really appreciate that I didn't get any, you know, nasty, snarky, sarcastic remarks or anything like that. It was like, hey, you got to do this or you got to do that. And I appreciate that, guys. I really do appreciate the feedback. But if you're not familiar, because, hey, I wasn't familiar, maybe some of you aren't either, I think that's going to work. Mid-drive motors, sounds like they're actually a little sensitive. And you got to take care of them a little differently than just a regular hub drive motor. But the biggest thing is you have to use your gears and downshift. Because when you start off, you have to start in a low gear. You can't start in a high gear. Typically, most bikes with that poor gear set, 14 by 28 gear set or something, I don't use the gears. I just typically leave it in 7th gear and just go with it, right? And just use the throttle to kind of get started to begin with, and then pedal from there, and you're good to go. But with mid-drives, you can't do that because it puts too much torque, too much tension, not only on the mid-drive motor, but also on the chain. And you can really tear things up in there, it sounds like. So what I'm having to learn is every time I come to a stop, I have to learn to downshift. And look, here it is. It's in 7th gear. I didn't do that the last time I rode it. Actually, I think Amanda rode it last. I got to teach her how to ride it too. But so when you're coming to a stop, you just have to downshift so that you can start off in a lower gear, because you really need to help the motor by putting some effort into it to take some of that tension off the motor and also the chain, so you don't snap a chain. So that's what I'm learning so far, at least. I mean, if I don't have that right, if I didn't explain it right, please let me know down below for those of you who are experienced. But here's the thing, and I'm going to make a video about it soon. Once I learn more about it, I'll make a video about just that aspect of riding a mid-drive motor. And the question really comes to mind is, had I known all this ahead of time, would I have still bought it? And that I'm not sure about, quite honestly. Yeah, it rides nice. It's a good riding bike. But so is just a regular hub motor torque sensor bike. Oh, I'm going to get some people throwing rocks, because there are some people that are just dead set on mid-drive bikes because they're higher quality and, more expensive and just better usually and all this. But the reality is, I don't know that I would have purchased it. Because, one, I share my bikes with people and other people are jumping on, and, you can't sit here and watch everybody that jumps on your bike and say, okay, well, you got to be careful with it, and it's sensitive, and, it's a $2,000 bike. It shouldn't be that sensitive. Straight up, it shouldn't be, right? And, you can't have just somebody jumping on, oh, can I test your bike out? Well, yeah, but, you break it, you buy it, right? So, I probably, honestly, I probably would not have purchased it had I known that. Because I did purchase this one. And I purchased it because it was a mid-drive, because I've always heard so many people say, oh, mid-drives are great, but they're so expensive. And when Himiway came out with this and said, hey, it's $19.95, and I just said, wow. It was almost an impulse buy, not quite, but I did sit on it for about a day or so and thought hard about it, and then decided, yep, because I asked them if they would provide one, and they won't. And so I said, yeah, I'm going to do it, just because I think it's a great value. Mid-drive under $2,000, and that'll make good videos, and people will appreciate it because so many people like mid-drives. And, well, after hearing what I have to say about it, you might change your mind about mid-drives. I don't know. Finally got shipping notification on the stupid rack here for the Mokwheel Obsidian. They've been promising that for months. They finally have them in stock. They're on the website, and they sent one. So I appreciate the fact that they sent one. So when I get it, I'll be installing it, doing a video about that. This is my son-in-law's bike now, Devin. That's the one he claims, so he rides that all the time. I did ask him, hey, is that something you want me to leave on the bike? And he's not sure. He said, I don't know. Because, he doesn't like mirrors, and he likes the overall look of what this thing looked like without the fenders, but he knows fenders are kind of necessary in order to stay somewhat clean. So he put the fenders on it, but he's not sure if he wants that rack. So he doesn't really carry anything when we go riding. So yeah, I don't know. He'll make the decision after he sees it. So I may install it for the video and then take it right back off. I have it on charge because my buddy Rick is going to borrow that tomorrow. Rick broke down. If you saw the video about the Sarasota ride that we did, And we ended up splitting up into 2 groups. I wasn't in his group. He was leading one group. I ended up leading another group. But he broke down a couple times. Crazy thing too, his cadence sensor, which is on the crank right there. This one doesn't have one. I'm pointing, but that one doesn't have one. The center of it kind of started breaking and chipping, falling apart, disintegrating, so it stopped spinning. It was, it was real loose and kind of flopping around. So we had to do an emergency repair and get him back on the road, but now that's in the shop, and he's thinking about buying something else now because he's got like 3,000 miles on it or something. And so he wants to borrow the Obsidian to see how he likes a torque sensor. He likes the Obsidian, the looks of it. I still don't know if he's planning on buying an Obsidian, or mostly I think he just wants to borrow something with a torque sensor to see if he was going to like it before he goes, you know, makes a decision and goes shopping. So, you know what, I need to turn this light off over here now. Since I'm over here in this corner, let's take advantage of that. All my plants got planted, moved outside, except for Jack the cat has this this grass that's cat friendly, and we bought it and grew it, and then it started dying as we kept it over there near his food bowl, and it's not getting enough sunlight, so I stuck it in here thinking maybe it'll revive. Well, you see what happened. You know, part of it's reviving, part of it's not. So that thing might be done. Yeah, it's a cat-friendly grass if you haven't seen that sort of thing before. Turn that light off now. Because Jack kept trying to eat the plants, Mrs. Adventure's house plants and stuff, and oh boy, constantly chasing him around, trying to keep him away from those. So we said, hey, let's get him some of a plant he can chew on all he wants. And he likes chewing on it. I mean, he does a number on it. All right, I'm trying to revive it. Otherwise, we need to get him another one, I guess. Set this over here by the door so I don't forget it later. Set it on Mrs. Adventure's Mooncool. All right, so let's see here. So the Obsidian's charging. That's good. Yeah. The Himiway is charging right here. So we got that on charge for tomorrow. And what else is happening? I've got parts coming in today to replace the handlebars on this. I think I'm missing something. I think it's going to be tomorrow before I get all of it, but I'm going to be doing that, so I can't work on that video today. I will be working on here in just a little while, the full review of this Hanevear right here. Tell you what, guys, that's just an incredible value for what you get. Dual motors. This little thing right here will fly. It will. I mean, this thing moves. It's got a lot of power. And, I mean, dual motors, 750 motors too. I mean, not 500. They didn't skimp out on this. 750 watt motors on that thing. And it's a folding bike, 20-inch tire, so it's smaller, compact, you know. A little smaller than, say, the 26-inch Mooncool and everything over here. So, yeah, got to do a review video because my buddy Gary over at Gary's eBike Adventures, he and I are kind of tag teaming some videos because he got one of these too. And so we're gonna kind of do a video in coordination with each other. So more about that when the video comes out, hopefully in the next day or two, if I get this recorded today. He's already got his videos recorded. He's just waiting for me now. All right, let's see what else here. What else is going on here? Anything I need to talk about and share? Just trying to clean up here a little bit, move some things around. I need to go to the UPS store. That's what I need to do today too. Try to do that. Got a bunch of returns. Oh my gosh, I guess that's it for this video. No need to continue rambling here. I got videos, other videos to make, and I need to concentrate on those. So, guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Our channel has been growing nicely at a nice pace here recently for a good month or so. So appreciate all the new folks that have joined us, and appreciate all the feedback and comments that we're getting. I'm trying to respond to those comments as quickly as I can. A lot of great content coming out soon, so make sure you stick around. And if you haven't subscribed and you happen across this this video here, just be aware that we do e-bike review videos, but we do accessory videos and reviews, and we do Sometimes just maintenance type stuff. Sometimes I just ramble around here in the garage and visit with you a little bit. We go on group rides, and I'm riding almost every day because I get to live here in beautiful state of Florida where the weather's nice. So yeah, we do everything e-bikes here, so make sure you stick around and subscribe. But that's going to be it. So hey guys, I will see you in another video real soon. You guys be safe.